Here are the virtual reality animation that we use. So it's still 3D, but the difference ang difference is ikaw mismo yung gumagawa ng artwork or modeling the artwork instead of touching a mouse and a keyboard and using extrudes and stuff. So Oculus Quill, which I'll be demoing later, which I use, is a VR painting software. Adobe Medium, it was supposed to be Oculus Medium pero na-acquire na siya ni Adobe. So Adobe Medium um, is um, motion, hindi siya motion graphics. Modeling. It's a modeling software. So you have your shapes and you can model it like you're like modeling clay. And then Tilt Brush is also an animated, it's an animation software and a painting software by Google naman. And then Gravity Sketch is from the one who made Blender. So ganun din siya. Pero sa Gravity Sketch, it mixed both painting and modeling. And then Ollie VR is something new where they treat VR animation like motion graphics, where you use keyframes and stuff. Same show with Quill, pero with Ollie VR, you do the assets, ang alam ko, in the 3D software, and then you put it in VR, and then you can do a VR work for that, yeah. And then Anim VR is an animation VR. So, yeah. Okay. So, now let's go to the very meat of my talk is how do I use VR for my art. So first is one of my secrets and one of my what's this? One of my secrets as an artist and one of the things that I'm very proud of is I can't draw. So with VR, it's easier for me to do stuff and do my paintings and do my illustrations. So can't draw, say no more. So here's an example of how I create my artworks with VR. First, I use VR to model stuff and create my roughs. So bakit ko ginagawa yon? Kasi una, since I can't draw that much, I I don't have the background of the basics of what's this? Uh life drawing, the ano yun, yung perspective drawing, those stuff. So it's hard for me to do that with my hand and directly. So what I do is I use VR to do the angle or to do the camera and to do the perspective. Since in VR it's 3D, you don't have to worry about that. Automatic meron na siyang perspective for you. All you have to do is just model them. And then here are some of the artworks pa that I've done. You can also do 2D kasi ito mas angled siya. But this one, it's more of a flat or a 2D style where this is the one on the right is the one I did for in VR, and then the one I painted in Photoshop is on the left. Then this one also. So what I like about it is when you model in VR, you can choose different angles, may it be wild or flat, and then you just have to paint over it in Photoshop or any painting software. So what I use in painting is Photoshop and Clip Studio Paint. Yep. And then yan, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, wild angles. For example, this one, never in my wildest dreams I can do this on my own without VR because I can't understand that using roughs drawing and pencil and perspective and stuff. So here I utilized VR to overcome that skill na hindi ko na nakamit yung drawing skill. So yeah. All right. Wow, I have a chance to draw because I also can't. Oh, yes, you can still work and you can still draw. You can be an artist. All right. So here naman are some samples of the things I animated and modeled in VR. So for example, this one, I tried to do something. Wait, pwede ko ba hinaan yung audio? Pwede ko ma-select. Ay, wala naman palang tunog. Ito, yung nga yung sinabi ko, when you model in VR, you can now choose angles and screenshot that angles or take a picture of that angle and then paint over that angle. So this also works, for example, for clients na gusto nila, kunwari, can we choose a different angle? So if you do it in VR, it's easier for you to do the revisions. Don't have to, redraw everything again. And then next would be how to go to next slide. There you go. So this one, yan. You can also export your VR models and then place it in 3D, place it in a 3D software and create lighting for it. So for example, ito, um, I am not I am not hindi rin ako adept with 3D. So when I do my modeling, I do it in VR and then I export it to Cinema 4D and create the lighting there. So kung makikita niyo yung reflection sa baba, those are done in 3D na, but all the models are done in VR. Well, the screen thing is a screenshot, so yep. The next would be this one.
Wow.
Yan, ito rin. It's 3D. But this time, I tried mixing both. So, the ramen and the flame are animated in VR, but the chili guy is animated in 3D. So,
Wow.
you can mix and match with VR. You can mix and match and use it to different to your different field and help you, create better workflows and create better artworks. And then, yep, this one naman is yun nga, once you create your animation, you can choose different angles and you can like capture different moments. In just one animation, you can create different scenes na. So in VR. Okay? Um there. So you can also light artworks there. So hindi siya same sa 3D na you add a light and automatic yung computer na gagawa or magka-calculate ng ilaw para sa inyo. In VR, you can paint over the light so that it looks painting or it looks like an illustration. So pag nakikita niyo yung artworks ngayon, 'di ba, parang siyang illustration where the gradient of the paint is here but it's 3D. So it doesn't look 3D but it's 3D. So yeah. Then there. So here's another example of a VR work I did. But I already edited this in After Effects, created the grains, and I edited it in Premiere to capture the angles. Here's what I want you to see in this. So in VR, you're not limited to one workspace. The workspace is unlimited and it's infinite yung workspace mo. So as you can see here, wait, there, it has two worlds. So the world of the poster and the world of outside the poster. So you can create like different worlds and go in and deep on those worlds. So something like that. Then here's the latest thing that I did is in VR there is already rigging na. So meaning you can animate through rigs. So this one I animated through rigs. And then yun nga, I animated one shot, or one animation or one movement. And then you can create camera movements for that shot. So you created one storyline in just one animation. So don't have to redraw or reanimate everything ng paulit-ulit per scene. Then yeah. Next thing that I'll show you are immersive illustration. So this is, I don't know if this word is real because I don't know, I just love saying it, immersive illustrations. So the idea is it creates new depths of message or new depths of experience since you can control the angle or the shot that you want that artwork to be seen on or your own lens for that. So wait, let me show you through this. So I use Sketchfab for this. So Sketchfab is a 3D viewer where you can control the angle or you can control the shot and look at it from different angles. So here's a sample. You can still see my screen, right? Am I Yep. Am I still sharing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm okay, okay, all right, right. Okay, so for example, this one. So here's a cosplay. Holy Porky is a character, my own original character, and then he's cosplaying a game character, which is Killjoy. And then here you can like choose different angles and um have different experiences based on the angle. So for example, if you focus on this area, it shows a different message. If you focus on this area, it shows a different message. If you look at it from above, it's a different message. So nafe-feel nyo parang pag nasa taas mas dangerous yung dating kasi down shot, the theory on that, and then yep, and then you can like yeah, you can have different angles and you can like explore the artwork and understand more the message of the artist using this. So yun. And then from this on, since for example ito, what I do is for example I screenshot this and then I paint it over in Photoshop, and now I have another illustration or a t-shirt design or something that I can use. Um Next would be another one is this. So these are what's this? Fan art of a game called Valorant. So here's Holy Porky cosplaying as Omen. Then yeah. So from here, you have the point of view na parang, oh no, hindi niya mapapatay yung guy kasi nag-teleport siya palikod, something like that. And then from here naman, oh, you're dead because this dude here will kill you. Got bamboozled or something. Parang ganon. Parang it shows different emotions, it shows different message or story just by changing an angle. So that's what I like about immersive illustrations. And then you don't have to do VR to do immersive illustrations kasi if you have your 3D software, you can import in Sketchfab and then your 3D objects. So yon. Ano lang with VR kasi I can create like painted ones, and siguro based on my knowledge, I don't know how to do that in 3D. And then yung bike kanina, here's the whip or the work in progress. Usually I post the work in progress before I post the final thing. So here's the sample of the biker. Siyempre hindi siya animated. But you can also import animated works in Sketchfab. I just didn't animate it yet nung in-import ko siya because it's a work in progress. And then siguro last would be this. This is the artwork I made for an exhibit in Binild. Si Miss Hannah kasama din doon. It's the To Defer Digitally Too. So if you wish to check that out, just go to binildcampusart.com and then you can see the exhibit there or artworks there. And then this yung message kasi ng the message of this artwork is um the hardships of online learning both for teachers and for students. So I had a glimpse of both since I teach. I know how hard it is to teach online and I know how my students are coping with the online environment. And then with this artwork, I was hoping to like bridge empathy by letting the viewers explore the artwork and check out different things. So for example, this one, you'll see the things to do for the day niya, yung kailangan niyang bayaran, the online modules that he made, the different distractions or noises that you encounter when you do online class, the other stuff that you do just to earn money and just to pay rent, especially now na pandemic. So even though teacher siya, nag-ship din siya ng items and does online selling. And then all the test papers needed to be checked, all the papers na wala ng oras para itapon. So you can parang nadadagdagan yung meaning ng artwork, or you get to know the character based by exploring the background. So for example, this one, here are some of the Easter eggs that I added. So this one, sorry, there. So yung credit card na due date na na-miss niya, and then yung kaibigan niya na naniningil na kasi may utang siya, lahat ng bayarin for the what's this? For the electric bill, for the water bill, the eviction notice and stuff. So from afar you don't feel that, but if you scramble and explore the background, you understand now the character and kung ano yung nararamdaman niya na with all that happening, he's trying to figure out how to work his computer because of the crappy internet in the Philippines and stuff. And then when you go to the student side, a student who is not in a a suitable learning environment, nasa tindahan siya, with some DIY background just to cope with the online learning, and then all the modules she needs to finish, and then a message from her mom saying na hindi ako makauwi kasi nahirapan ako makasakay pa uwi. So kailangan niya magbantay ng tindahan despite na kailangan niya mag-aral. And some dude na gustong bumili na hindi naiintindihan ng sitwasyon niya. And then syempre si Bunso na kailangan niyang alagaan. So it ano bang tawag doon? It created layers of meaning where the viewer can explore and learn and then understand the message and then learn it more and have empathy to it more. So yeah, so if you look at it from above, it doesn't look harsh, but if you look at all the details, it becomes more dreadful and more sad and stuff. So yeah, so that's what I plan to do when I create this artwork. So kumbaga, create layers of meaning where it is based on how the viewer empathize. So if you're not that much, if you don't empathize that much, you just look at it like this and then okay. But you empathize with everyone, you look at it in each step and understand each scenario, especially this one. Yung very hopeful ka pero wala ka nang pakialam. So you put like, I don't know if you do that, you put like notes to encourage you pero siya wala na siya pakialam, nasa ground na siya yung work niya. So yeah, those are some of my works and how I use VR to create like multiple meaning and create different artworks. And then yun, and then ato this one just for fun and for practice, I do model fan arts and stuff because I stream games and I stream art in Twitch. So this is what I do as I stream. So people can ask me when I stream and then I tell them what I do, and yeah, so yep, there. All right. Okay, so it's 1:34. I'm on time. Now we're going to the VR demo. So during the VR demo, you can now ask questions, and I think Miss Hannah, pwede ba ako humingi ng tulong to relay the questions po that I need to
Yes,
answer?
sure. So,
Yes, thank you. All right, so I'll just set
hi
up
everyone.
the
Please
VR
put your
equipment.
questions in the chat box so I can relay it to Yole.
Wait lang, I'm just setting up the, I'm using a different mic for this. Wait lang. Can you hear me? I still
Yes, sir,
heard?
Yole.
Okay, okay. Nice, nice. All right, so here's my VR equipment.
Mahina lang. Anyway, for those who have questions, while Yolek is setting up and doing his stream, his VR stream, please direct your questions at the chat box. Okay, so for now, wala pa tayong question. Okay, ito. We have a question from John Michael Manansala ba to? Okay, anyway. Ayan, Manansala. Which among the softwares that you mentioned is free and usable in an educational environment?
Sorry. Free and usable in an educational environment. Well, una yung equipment, you have to buy it, but once you buy the equipment, the software is free. So for example, what I'm using right now is a free software. So yeah. So yan.
But among all the softwares you mentioned, all of them are free?
The most of them are free. Merong may mga bayad yung may special effects or may special siya na kailangan gawin. For example, the Ollie VR, I think may bayad siya na $5. So hindi naman siya ganun ka-expensive like the Adobe Suite. So nasa mga $5 to $10 siya yung softwares. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. If there are any more questions, just don't hesitate to ask here at the chat box.
Yeah, tanong lang kayo kasi nagkaka-problem ako at the moment.
Ako may tanong ako.
Sige po, ano po yung question?
How long did you learn, kasi you're using Quill, right? How long did it take to learn Quill?
Hello? Ay, hindi po. Okay, Quill, how long did I... Hindi kasi siya tuloy-tuloy na aral since nahirapan ako with the online class. But I started 2019, I guess, dung in-introduce yung VR sa Binild. And then I acquired the equipment and then I started doing VR by then. Siguro kung tatanggalin ko yung mga hindi ko ginamit yung VR at inalikabukan lang siya sa kwarto ko, siguro around 6 months to a year ko pa lang siyang ginagamit. So I still have a lot of things to learn and marami ring bagong features na nilalagay si Quill na magagamit as an artist. So for example, the rigging is something new. This year lang siya nilagay. So which I was really happy to na naglagay sila ng rigging tool na and stuff. So yeah.
So any more questions while Sir Yolik is setting up? Can you set up ba na while you're answering questions?
Yeah, I can see the questions naman mamaya pagka nag-VR na. I'm just checking the mic. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Rinig pa rin ako. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So I'm
We
just
have
using
another
the...
question.
Yeah, sure.
I'm curious kung paano ginagawa ng mga students mo yung ganitong mga activities or projects. Do they have their own VR equipment?
Well, the animation program in Benilde, well, the new media, malakas ata yung mic ko, the new media cluster bought equipments for the students to use, pero ngayon hindi siya magamit. Wait lang. Hindi siya magamit kasi
Online.
online, tsaka pandemic, they can't use it, tsaka very unhygienic yun. Kasi you share the equipment and put it in your face, right? So, yeah, pero during 2019 nagamit siya for a class and then ngayon nag-stop. Pero yeah, we bought equipments for the students to use. So, yun. And then some of the students bought their equipment as well since may pera sila, yung iba. So they bought their equipments. And then yeah. I hope I answered your question. Did I answer it?
Yes. I hope he answered it, John Michael Manansala.
Yes.
Well, hopefully, yung limited face-to-face can help those who doesn't have VR.
True.
And hopefully, the pandemic ends.
Yeah. For now, what we did was we during the pandemic or during online, more on demo lang talaga yung VR and what they can do. So more on conceptual and theoretical pa siya. Pero hopefully magamit na nga nila soon. So sige, tanong lang kayo as I demonstrate and show you how I do VR work. So there. So may tunog siyang parang snappy talaga. So what I like about it is para ka lang naglalaro. It's like you're really just playing and working on stuff there. So yeah, for example, I'll create my favorite thing to demo, which is a campfire. So there, you can like model stuff. So for example, this one, I can duplicate it, create light or change the color. So here, I can colorize it. There.
A question,
Yes.
what's the VR equipment that you're using right now and how much? I think that's an Oculus, tama ba? Oculus
Yes.
Quest.
Yep. What I'm using right now is Oculus Rift S. It's around 25, I think, 25K. So it's much cheaper than before. Nung nag-start kasi siya, parang 70K, 60K. So hindi ako bumili. So parang sabi ko, di ko naman kailangan yun, mall. Pero nung nagmura na siya, sabi ko, kailangan ko pala siya. So, ayun. So right now,
But can I share?
Yeah, sure.
I bought mine for 18,000. Black Friday sa States.
Wow.
So mas mura sa States. If may kakilala.
Oo nga, mas mura. Kasi walang tao dito shipping and stuff, customs.
Mas kakilala kayo doon at magdadala.
Yeah, pwede. Tama yun. Good.
Sometimes, ngayon mas mura na siya eh. Kasi may bago na, di ba?
Yeah.
Oculus Quest. Yan.
Tsaka ang goal ata ng mga VR companies is to make it as consumer friendly as possible. Kasi nga, gusto na nila tayo na hindi na tayo lumalabas ng bahay. So, mag-VR na lang tayong lahat. And then they are already making like the VR, what's this? Yung treadmill, yung multi-directional treadmill where you can run and it will control also yung directions mo or kung saan ka pupunta. So, in
Wow.
order for you to play like FPS games, you need to go to the gym also because you're gonna run
Oh
and
my
jump
gosh.
and
Ano
and
talaga,
stuff.
Ready Player One.
You know, yeah, Ready Player One. So and so for example, this is like a very ugly log, which will make it look better in a bit. And then what I like about VR, for example, I've already what's this? Modeled a log or a simple log. If I select them and then just copy it, and then pwede na ako magsiga. Can like duplicate stuff and create smaller ones. So, hindi ko na kailangan magtroso para makapagsika. So, yeah, there. There. So, for example, you have the campfire. Awkward tong isa. So, I'm gonna add more na lang. There. Eh, yep, there. Okay. So, for example, that. Then what I can do with that is create the lighting already. So same as Photoshop, meron siyang normal, multiply, overlay screen, something like that. So if I choose multiply and choose a darker color for that, I can like create lighting scenarios. Just like how you paint stuff. Yan. And then syempre, if gusto kong umaapoy itong campfire na to, I can choose a yellowish or an orange color. And then like go add. Then create the embers here in this area. Yeah, and there. So, nakikita nyo na siya na para siyang umiilaw there. And then if you create more reddish color for some parts, you can show na that part, oh, that's hot. Or mainit yung area na yan. There. May questions pa ba? Please don't be shy. Just ask as I do the demo. And I'll try to be as madaldal as possible.
Nakikinig kasi sila, very interested sila sa ginagawa ko. Baka may
Yeah.
questions kayo on what he is doing exactly.
Yeah.
Sige, ako
So,
muna
yan.
tatanong.
Sige. Okay po.
Paano ka nasanay? Hindi ka ba nahihilo? Kasi ako nung tinry
Well,
ko yun, nasuka ako eh.
Well, nung una po, well, actually, here's a funny story nung una. Nung sa equipment pa lang sa Beneld, wala pa ako equipment. So, humihiram ako and then I try VR and then I got super duper immersed dun sa artwork na ginagawa ko. So, I did VR for like 4 to 5 hours without stop. Tapos nung tinanggal ko siya, natumba ako. Tapos nahilo ako. So, medyo nauseating siya. So, you just need to rest. So what I do now is I VR for 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then pahinga, and then do it again. So medyo mahirap siya at first, tsaka medyo nakakasisik talaga siya, kahit walang dagat. Pero yeah, and then pag tumatagal, masasanay ka na and magigets mo na siya kung paano siya i-control and kung paano yung katawan mo mag-adapt to it. So depende rin kasi siya kasi merong mga tao na hindi mahiluhin. Kahit gaano katagal silang mag-VR, kahit gaano katagal silang hindi sila mahihilo. So ako kasi mahiluhin ako. So there. So, yan. Okay, so if you see the timeline, it also has a paint layer or it has the layers. So meaning you can create layers and, organize stuff and your drawing. So for example, this one, you can rename them. So rename this as what's this? Wood, firewood, tawag na, diba? Firewood. There. And then you can create a new layer. And then, for example, I want to animate. So what I'm doing right now is like the very basic animation. So there, you can animate real time in VR. So if I duplicate the frames, kahit na blank siya, and then if I hit play and while it's playing, I start painting, it animates the stroke. So for example, this one, I can now animate like the stroke of the flame and the fire. So there, you just have to keep stroking and creates the animation for you. And for example, I choose a different color. There, and then you choose a larger brush para magmukhang malakas yung apoy. Lighter color just to create like different strokes of the flame. And then syempre, di ba, hindi lang naman ganyan ng campfire. Paminsan sa loob may mga small embers ka. So, I don't like the color there. So parang there. Yeah. So there. So you have your flame, and then if you choose like, let's say gray, you can create smoke. So kung gaano mo kabilis sinistroke, ganun din kabilis yung animation niya. So if binagalan mo, mabagal din yung animation. So that's how you can control it. There. And
Tapos automatic animation na siya.
yeah, real-time siya na animation. So kaya it's easier to do like artworks pag ganito yung process. Pero for example, if you're an animator and you want refined animation, you can do it na frame by frame. Pwede mo namang hindi gawin yung ganitong technique. So, yeah. Then, yun. And then, yun nga, it's unlimited yung workspace mo. So, if I go inside here, I can create like, let's say, I want to create like a cute fireball character or something. Ayan siya. Yep. So there, with like red eyes. There.
Super.
So yeah, parang ganun. So may you can use this to create like different artworks that you need. Yan, malungkot siya.
Wow.
Tapos you can now start creating like yung flame ember niya or something sa ibabaw. Tsaka therapeutic yung tunog nung pag nagbo-brush ka, naririnig mo yung tunog niya. So there. Then yeah. And then you can now add like paint or color to it. So for example, if I choose overlay, I can create like lighting sa ilalim. So there. Yun yung sinasabi ko na it has limitless and you can create like different worlds inside worlds. So for example, right now, meron kang campfire or you're just sitting sa campfire, hindi mo alam, meron na palang tao dun sa ilalim, something like that. Then, yeah. And then, I'll show you the rigging demo. So, I'll open this. Wait. I have a lot of files. So, for example, where is it? Maybe Arbel. For demo. There. Hindi ako nag-save. Sorry. I just need to save. Don't forget to save, guys. Camp. Yan na lang. Camp. Kasi baka ituloy ko yung artwork on my free time. So, yep. I'm gonna open a different file to show you how I created my artworks. Then, demo. Open. There. So, this is this is a guy dancing. Too loud. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hinaan ko yung tunog. But can you hear the audio, right? Malakas lang. There.
Yes, we can hear it.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna loop, let's say 5 seconds lang. Yan, so. Yan, so, nakikita yung sumasayaw siya, di ba? So, how do you make people dance in VR? Well, wait, let me select the keyframes and just delete them. There, delete. Yep. Okay. So yeah. So since it's rigged, you can naka-rig na siya. So yung rigging niya is parang folders and inception of folders lang. So if I go here and I choose auto select group and then remove translate, you can now move the limbs just by rotating them or controlling them. I'm gonna not show the gimbal. So there. So I'll just post it in a for example this one. Yan. So para kang naglalaro ng model kit. Oh, battery low? Ah, okay. Yung ano. Okay lang. Malapit naman na tayo. There. So, yeah. You can still see my screen, right? Okay pa rin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there. So right now, let's do the sample. So if you turn on the toggle, oh no, naubos na yung battery ng left controller ko. Anyways. Can I show it like this? Let's try. Kahit yung ibang parts lang, hindi lahat. So I'm gonna remove this stuff. There you go. So if I turn on the toggle recording, and then if I click on play, move by, I can make it move. Make it dance. Yan. So magre-record na siya. And then you just have to do the limbs. There. And you can do the other ones. Yeah. So yeah, and then ulo. Take any time or make people feel time. So something like that. If it's Rick, which I really love. There. Yun. So things that you can do in here.